So what I make in a day sometimes can cover that week, and then everything else I just have to figure it out. So I don't necessarily raise my prices as much as other people, maybe yearly, sorry. But I've never had to raise my pricing since that one time. Yeah. And me going to clients is just, hey, and they're like, I know, I get it. And that's it. And you keep it moving. So.
Gotcha. So you touched on it a little bit, and I want to expand on a little bit more of just kind of once you make that decision and it's all, you're the only one, there's no parachute, it's you figuring it out by yourself.
Yeah.
People don't understand one of the biggest kind of changes, or the biggest change from being an employee to the boss, is the fact that there's no off switch. You're always on. You go from 9 to 5 to 24/7. Right?
Right.
So how do you balance, okay, I'm Claudia the wife, I'm Claudia the operations manager, I'm Claudia the stocking clerk, I'm Claudia the stylist. Like, how do you balance all these different things at the same time?
I try. It's crazy, right? Because it's like, oh, be an entrepreneur, you're working 24/7. But I also try to have an off switch when I'm out of the salon. Like, once I walk out those doors, I'm like, I might not respond as much or whatever. Like, the next day it could wait. It's not that urgent. If I do see your message, if it's not an urgent message, I'll wait till the next day, like when I'm at work. But I still try to do that off switch. Like, you know, people, they clock out at 5 o'clock. Some people are like, leave it there, whatever. 24/7, still to me, there's an off switch for me, for my mental. Because if not, then I'm going to drive myself nuts. And my clients get it. I'll text them the next day. It's fine. But it is hard to want to have a life. You know, I have a life, obviously. But, you know, want to go on vacation or whatever, and you still have a business to run. So I'm still answering texts, obviously. But I feel like I choose a time. Let's say I get out of work. I'll choose maybe within the first hour of that I'm off. I'll respond to everything, and then I won't respond anymore. Like, I'll try to do that, like balance my time in that way.
So how long did it take you to figure out what those boundaries would be? Because, like, for me, like we were talking about it off camera, the first year it was hard because I felt like I had so much time. So, like, let me feel it.
Right.
But then I realized I'm the one burning myself out. I'm the one booking my calendar.
Right.
And I'm the one going from appointment to appointment every 15 minutes. Like, and it took me time, and I'm still understanding it's a balancing act. There's
Correct.
no balance. Like, you're constantly working on it.
Right.
So it's like, how long did it take you to figure out what kind of works for you?
It's crazy. It started before I even did the en suite thing. Because remember, when I was working at the salon before owning the suite, it was the same. I used to tell them, that last year I was like, okay, I need a lunch. Like, I need this time every day. I need a lunch. I am not answering this, that. So it kind of started then. And then once I own my own thing, I'm like, okay, I have to keep this going. Like, I have to block out a time for me to have lunch. I have to block out a time for me to go do something that I need to do on my day-to-day or whatever, because I work usually during the week. I have to take myself one day to, you know, do my day-to-day thing. So it started then.
Gotcha. So one of the things I wanted to ask you, what's something that most entrepreneurs overlook making the transition that end up, you know, costing them money, time, or time and money? Like, what was it that you were like, dang, I wish somebody would have told me about this, or I wish I would have been more proactive about this one thing so I didn't have to learn the hard way?
I mean, overall, I think people don't realize, I mean, back to what we just were talking about, I don't think people realize it is a 24/7 job. I wish I had an assistant, honestly. Like, and I don't need nothing crazy, but I feel like at the end of the day, as long as you have people who are going to be there for you, like support you, it doesn't necessarily have to be just about the job, but as long as you can have somebody that you can talk to about the same situation, or like kind of understand what you're going through, or that are going to support you, I think it works. Again, I wish I had an assistant. But whatever. But it's just, again, back to what we were saying, 24/7. I don't think people understand that it's not that easy.
So you mentioned people, right? That's something I think is really important. I always try to make sure I ask my guests, how did the interactions with the people around you, your friends, family members. How did that change once you made this decision and then you ultimately found success? Like, how did those relationships change? Did they change at all?
They didn't. If anything, they're my biggest hype man. Like, I am very quiet when it comes to things that I do. So, like, rooms that I've been in, I'll never talk about it. Even if I didn't sign an NDA, I won't say it. Like, they're the ones that are like, oh, did you know she did so-and-so's nails? Or did you know she was able to meet at so-and-so? Like, it's even better now because they're like, finally, girl, you're able to do your own thing. You know, I'm in a creative space. Like, so for them, it was no different for me. If anything, they're even more supportive and more motivating now that I'm on my own than it was before, which is crazy.
Oh, just to kind of take a step back, she mentioned NDAs. If you weren't aware, Claudia is your favorite nail tech's favorite nail tech. But yeah, I'm gonna just let that sizzle a little bit, right? So, if you were to give advice to somebody else, of course, it's about building the proper support system and all that good stuff. Do you have any, I guess, tips to understand or identify the people that really are your true supporters and aren't just kind of just there for the ride?
Yeah. Again, like if they're gonna hype you up more than you're gonna hype yourself, I feel like that already is an indicator that they're there for you. You know, like, or listen to you when you're talking to, even if they don't understand what's really going on, like somebody who can like just listen to you when you're explaining to them, or like, hey, look, I had a bad week because of this or that or whatever. Like, as long as you have somebody like that or multiple people like that, I think that's your best bet. And I feel like that shows you who's going to be there for you. Because many people could say they'll be there for you, but once you start talking about it, they yawning, they looking the other way or whatever, they don't answer phone calls, like, then you weren't there for me to begin with.